Hi there. Do you know that over 75% of adults out there don't have a single shilling or even a single dollar in their saving account? This is very risky, more so because they are essentially living paycheck to paycheck. They are living by the day, which is extremely risky because, God forbid, in case someone loses their job or even they have their main source of income, even if it's a business, cut off, it means their life is going to be very difficult. More so because they won't have any buffer of money for them to survive and even restructure their lives. That is why it is very significant for all of us out there to develop a very good saving culture and, in fact, be saving money to ensure we have sufficient buffer to survive in case of any eventuality, and most importantly, we have money to put in investment, because over time it is through investments that we're going to be able to get unlimited money, which is going to sustain us for our entire lifetime. To give you an example, in case you have sufficient savings, you could, for example, decide to put the money in the stock market. You'll be getting dividends. You could say, for example, to put that money in business. You'll get profit. You can say, for example, to put the money in real estate. You'll get rental income. It is through saving that we can be able to do great things in our lives. Unfortunately, for most adults out there, they don't have money in the savings account, mostly because they take savings as a do-or-die scenario. Yes, you can, for example, say at the start of the year, you want to save maybe 5 million by the end of the year, but you can devise fun ways through which you can go about saving this money so that it doesn't become like a very, very stringent piece of work for you to do. And it is exactly that what I'm going to be discussing in this video. 5 awesome ideas, and in fact, fun ideas which you can look to implement for you to be able to save money appropriately this year and beyond. You are all much welcomed to the Money Daily YouTube channel. My name is Afagza Sifuna. And by the way, if you're new here, kindly consider subscribing to this channel. Subscribe for you to be getting such awesome videos regularly. And when you still at it, kindly remember drop a like on this video. Having said that, the first fun way through which you can look to save money is by you having a list of all the calendar days of the year and be checking off each day as and of when you save a given amount of money equivalent to that particular day. This is going to look like a fun day, a fun thing, but by the end of the year, you will have awesome amount in a saving kitty. I actually an example, assuming you've checked off all the days in the calendar. By the end of the year, you're bound to have over 66,500 of whichever denomination out there. If it's shillings, you're going to have over 66,500 shillings. And if it's dollars, you're going to have over 66,500 US dollars, which is very awesome. But all these begin by you checking off given calendar days of the year each and every day. And to give you an example, you can listen, for example, from number 1 to number 365. In case today you'd say, for example, I want to save 40. Yes, check off the 40. Tomorrow you could say, for example, 65. Check off the 65. The other day you could say, for example, I will save 300. Check off 300. It's going to look like a game. By the end of the year, you're going to hit a target of over 6,500, right? That is the first way through which you can make saving fun. And then a second way through which you can make saving fun is actually by you purposing to be committing any amount below a given threshold to the saving kitty. And this so on change from transactions you do. Maybe you say any amount you get as change below 100 shillings, you don't use it for another purpose, you put in your saving kitty, right? You can be doing that. You can go out there, for example, doing shopping with 1,000 Kenya shillings. You can get, for example, 79 shillings remaining. Put all of that in your saving kitty. In case, for example, you have 10 shillings remaining, put all of that in your saving kitty. You can do that bit by bit, and even over time, you can be able to raise the threshold of the amount below which you want to be saving each and every time. It's going to look like a fun thing, but over time, you're going to realize you're going to be saving a good amount of money. And for this also, you need to be very intentional, because you need to purpose that each and every amount below that particular kitty you have chosen, you need to honor it and put in your savings kitty. That way, you're going to be able to build your savings threshold high and high over time. You can, for example, start with 50 shillings, raise it to 100 shillings, 200 shillings, you name it. And before you realize, even you can find, for example, in a week, you've saved even over 5,000 Kenya shillings as a game. But it is going a long way in ensuring you build your savings kitty. And then a third way through which you can also save in a fun way is actually by you committing your entire windfalls for any particular period to go towards your saving kitty. You might be wondering, what is windfall? Windfall is essentially a good amount of money which comes in which you haven't expected. Look here, guys, you have two scenarios. You need to have that money nevertheless. So given it's coming as a surprise, it doesn't mean you have to spend it per se. Why not decide that any windfall you're going to be getting, you're going to be pushing it to your savings kitty? That way, you're going to just continue your life normally as if you didn't get this money. But you're putting towards something which is going to be awesome in the long run. And also, beyond just this short-term windfalls here and there, also you can commit, for example, your annual bonus. Given you don't know if you're going to get it or not, you can plan, for example, you are budgeting your entire year around your core salary, and in case you get a bonus, for example, assuming you are eligible to bonuses out there, even that bonus you can push towards your saving kitty. You doing that in just 2 years, you'll be shocked that even you can have over 5 times your monthly salary in your savings kitty. And all that is because you're going to be taking it as a fun way of going about it. And in no time, you'll have a good amount of money for you to put down in investment, right? And then a fourth way through which you can go about being very intentional with regards to you sending money to your savings account is by you having a standing order on a checking account which has regular inflow of money. To give you an example, assuming your main income is, for example, employment income, why not decide and actually actualize it? For example, you're putting 10% or even 5%, 20%, you name it, of your income towards savings. And even to make your work easier, that money you don't really have to see it even in the first place. You can just automate your banking system in that you have an automatic check-off system, whereby once your salary comes in, the money is going to be checked off to a specified account, that particular amount you've chosen already. And even you can make your life much easier by ensuring your saving account is a fixed saving account, in that you can't be able to withdraw that money unless you meet given conditions set out by the agreement you have with the bank. So through you doing that, you're going to end up building a good savings kitty without really sweating much, and even without temptation of you having money and thinking about whether to throw it in savings or not. It's going to be automatic with you really not having to think much about where to go about it or not. And then the fifth and last way which you can go about building a very formidable saving account is by you attaching a reward towards you achieving a given target. Let me give you an example. You can say, for example, a target for this year is for you to save, for example, 2 million Kenya shillings, right? You can say, even say upfront that in case you save 2 million Kenya shillings, you got to reward yourself with, for example, a holiday using 5% or 10% of that particular amount of money. By that, you're going to be bound to motivate yourself very well throughout the year to ensure you honor your savings obligation, so that at the very end of it, you'll also actualize your tangible reward. And this is a win-win situation because at the end of it, you are also spending that money on yourself, and also you've worked very hard to ensure you build a formidable savings account which has a good amount of money in it. What do you think about these ideas? I hope you've gotten one or two which are interesting and you could possibly implement them this year and even beyond. Thanks a lot for watching. I look forward to share with you other awesome videos next time. Bye bye, and you all take care.